Picture this. You've been grinding Adopt Me for months, saving up, and you finally have enough to buy the pet you've always wanted. You go to trade for it, and the price has doubled. You come back a week later, and it's doubled again. You didn't get poorer. The number of Robux in your account is exactly the same, but somehow everything costs more and your money buys less, and you cannot figure out why. Well, here's the wild part. That exact feeling, that sinking sense that your money is quietly shrinking while you're not looking, is one of the most important forces in the entire real-world economy. It's called inflation, and if you've ever watched prices in a Roblox trading game spiral out of control, you already understand exactly why everything in real life keeps getting more expensive. You just didn't know it yet. Let me walk you through it. Start with the one rule that runs every trading game ever made. The value of a thing depends on two numbers: how many people want it and how many of it exist. If a pet is rare and everybody wants it, the price goes up. If suddenly there are a million copies of that pet floating around, the price crashes. Simple. Now hold on to that second number, the how many exist number, because that is the secret to this entire video. Here is the mistake people make. They think prices go up because sellers are greedy. Sometimes, sure. But the real engine of inflation is something else entirely. It's not that the pets are getting more valuable, it's that the money is getting less valuable. And money gets less valuable for the exact same reason a pet does, because there is too much of it. So imagine the developers of your favorite Roblox game make one small change. Every single day they drop a giant pile of free Robux into everybody's account. Sounds amazing, right? Free money for everyone. Day one, you're thrilled, but think about what happens next. Every player now has way more currency than before. And when you go to buy that rare pet, so does everyone else. All of them waving fistfuls of the free money the game just printed. The person selling the pet sees 100 buyers all suddenly loaded and does the obvious thing. They raise the price. Why sell for 1,000 when everyone in the server is holding 10,000? The pet didn't change. The pet is exactly as rare as it was yesterday, but the money flooded in, so it takes more of it to buy the same thing. That is inflation in one sentence. Too much money chasing the same amount of stuff. And that is not a fantasy. That is basically what happens in the real world, just slower and with more steps. Real money, actual dollars, is printed and created by governments and central banks. And sometimes, for reasons that can even be good ones, a lot of it gets created very fast. During big emergencies, governments pump enormous amounts of new money into the economy to keep everything from collapsing. That money keeps people afloat, which is the point. But it also means the total pile of money in the world just got much bigger, while the amount of actual stuff, the food, the houses, the cars, the game consoles, did not. More money, same amount of stuff. And you already know what that does to prices because you watched it happen to your pet. Everything goes up. Now let's add the second layer, because inflation isn't only about printing, it's also about the stuff itself getting harder to get. Go back to your Roblox game. Imagine that on top of the free money, some glitch makes it way harder to actually obtain pets. The hatching machine breaks. The supply of new pets slows to a trickle. So now you've got two things happening at once. Everyone has more money, and there are fewer pets to go around. The price doesn't just climb, it goes vertical. In the real world, this is what happens when supply chains break. When it suddenly gets harder or more expensive to grow food, ship goods across the ocean, or find workers to make things, the supply of stuff shrinks. Fewer goods plus more money is the perfect recipe for prices exploding. And that combination is exactly what the whole planet lived through recently, which is why it felt like everything, all at once, got more expensive. So why don't the people in charge just stop printing money and fix it instantly? Because here is the trap, and it's a nasty one. Money and the economy are tangled together. If the government yanked all that money back out too fast, people would suddenly have far less to spend. And when everyone stops spending, businesses stop selling, then they stop hiring, then people lose jobs, and the whole thing can spiral into something even worse. So the people who manage the economy are walking a tightrope. Let too much money flood in, and you get inflation, your savings shrinking every week. Pull too much out too fast, and you risk crashing the entire game. Their main tool for this is something you'd recognize instantly as a Roblox player. They make money more expensive to borrow. Think of it like the game jacking up the cost of every loan, so people take out less, spend a little less, and the flood of money slows to a trickle. It's clumsy, it's painful, and it takes a long time to work, but it's basically the only lever they have. Now here's the part that actually matters for you, and it's the reason inflation is sneakier than any villain in a trading game. Inflation punishes the people who just hold their money and do nothing. Think about it. If you keep all your Robux sitting in your account while the game keeps printing more of it, your pile is quietly becoming worth less every single day, even though the number never changes. The kid who spent his Robux on rare pets pets, on things that hold their value, comes out ahead. The kid who just sat on his currency slowly gets robbed by a thief he can't even see. That is why, in the real world, people are always talking about investing, about buying things that go up in value, about not just leaving money in a drawer, because a drawer full of cash in a world of inflation is a bucket with a slow leak in the bottom. So let's tally it all up. The way you'd count your losses at the end of a bad trading session. Prices don't rise because the stuff got better. They rise because the money got weaker. Money gets weaker when too much of it is created too fast, and it gets crushed even harder when the supply of actual stuff shrinks at the same time. The people in charge can slow it down, but only slowly, and only by risking a crash. And through the whole thing, the person quietly losing the most is whoever just held their currency and hoped for the best. That is the entire reason your grandparents talk about buying a house for the price of a used car. And it's the reason a chocolate bar costs what a full meal used to. The stuff didn't get more valuable. Your money got less valuable, one printed pile at a time. So next time you're in a trading game and you watch the price of the top pet creep up week after week while your saved currency somehow feels smaller, stop and realize something. You are not imagining it, and you are not bad at the game. You are watching the single most powerful and least understood force in the real economy play out right in front of you, in a world you actually understand. The whole global economy is basically one giant trading server with a money printer running in the background, and inflation is the tax nobody voted for. So tell me in the comments, what's one thing that's gotten way more expensive in your life that you've actually noticed? And if you want it, I'll break down exactly what a recession is next, using a game you have definitely played.